Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago Cubs. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set now. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Shota Imanaga.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Parker Meadows. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Way back there. And it hits the fence. And he'll pull into second safely.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Gleyber Torres up to hit. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Meadows stands at second with no outs. That's outside. 1-2 to count.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And there's a ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Kicks and fires. And down on strikes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was a fun at bat to watch.
Here's Riley Green. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Runner at second here, one gone. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. That one felt good. And they grabbed the lead. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run, over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
Base is empty, one away, and up next for Detroit, Kerry Carpenter. Misses outside, and that's ball one. And another ball. Shota maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff. Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Matt Vierling up now for the Tigers. Right through there for a strike. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1-2.
Now snap throw to first. Back in safe. Really close. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Still only one out here in the inning. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. 2 away now.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Two outs.
Ball 1.
In the dirt, blocked. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Detroit adds 2 on this homer, and it's 2-zip. Back here at the friendly confines. Starting on the mound in this one, Tarek Skubal. What do we need to know here?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Ian Happ, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Here's Kyle Tucker. There's a sinker at the knees for a strike.
Yeah, and wins that gold glove as a left fielder, and it's a guy that was a pretty good center fielder as well. But, you know, one of the things for him is just being able to be in the same spot every day. I think it increases the comfort level and allows that athletic ability to really shine.
Outside. 1-1. Happ aboard here at first with nobody out. Here's a 1-2. That's down and in.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Just missing there. And now it's filled up 3-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Nobody out, runner at first. That one 95 to finish him off. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Seiya Suzuki. Check swing, no appeal. Just missed.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
1 strike.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. Fastball for a strike. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Happ on his way home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. And now it's Dansby Swanson. Off the mark there. And that is ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away.
Ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And another ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
3-1.
And fouled off. Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, 1 out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up, and that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason. And that helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
So here's Horner now. And that drops in for a strike. Runners on first and third, 2 away. This one in the air. Sweeney squeezes it, and the inning is over. But the RBI single pushes across a run, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Second inning set to go, and now here is Jace Young. Shota back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. And he grounds one to the right side. And he handles it himself for the out. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Jake Rogers. In the air out towards right center. Crow Armstrong moves after it. And there's two away. Two outs, base is empty. Trey Sweeney up now for the Tigers. Outside low, and that's ball one.
1-0.
Two outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
With two outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
Parker Meadows up now for the Tigers. Led off this game with a double. Just missed.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
And the 1-0. And that's a little bit high.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Two outs. Right through there for a strike.
2-1.
Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line. Happ makes the play, and that'll do it. Tigers leave one. They lead it 2-1. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the second. And stepping in is the speedy Pete Crow Armstrong. And there's a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Struck him out looking.
Well, really nice job of finishing the hitter off right there. Glove side command, fastball firm to the outside corner. Tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
And there's a foul ball. That one at the knees for a strike. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes.
Oh, this pitch rides in too far. That got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And now it's Miguel Amaya. Ball one low.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and a strike.
One strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
That one missing inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
This one in the air. Torres hauls it in for the out. And there's two down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Ian Happ up to hit. Scored the first run of the game back in the first after a single to reach base. Step off throw to first, and he's back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score a ball in the gap.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that drops in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Workman leads off first with two down to the inning. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. One left for the Cubs. They're down 2-1. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Top half of the third inning. Here's Gleyber Torres. And ball one. Torres, multi-time All-Star, 28 years old. And he was born in Venezuela. And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split. And now 2 balls and a strike. And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
And now, Riley Green. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now Kerry Carpenter, 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. And that's outside. And 1-1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss.
1-2.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Now it's the right fielder, Matt Vierling. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Comebacker to the mound. Handles, throws to first. That ends the frame. One left for Detroit, but they still lead it 2-1. Back here at Wrigley Field, now the number 2 hitter, Kyle Tucker. Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player. Next pitch is outside. Tucker hits for power. He's got 30 homer power, but the strikeout rate is under 20%. Breaking ball misses down and away. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now here is Seiya Suzuki. That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Here's a 1-2. Goes down looking. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit.
RBI single his last time up.
High fly ball down the left field line. Green on the run. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Rips that one to right. Reaching for it and brings it in. Swanson digs in. He's 0 for 1. Right through there for a strike. On a line, base hit.
And now first and second with 2 outs.
All over that one right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Nico Horner. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Line drive, base hit. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. Throw is offline, and he scores. We are tied at 2.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. Caught looking his first time up. In for a strike. It's 0-1. And that one fouled off. Tied up here in the early going. And takes low for ball one.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
That one misses, and the count is even 2-2. What a stop. Got him. Nice play. And that may have saved a run. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. 2-2 game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. And here's the first baseman, Colt Keith. There's a strike at the knees.
Well, these Tigers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And that's outside.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. He's got it. 1 away. Jace Young will hit next. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. That misses. 1-0. Just missed. 1 out, bases empty. And that's too high.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
High fly ball out to center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. Fly to center his first time. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Tucker should have it. And that is that. On to the bottom of the 4th. This game's tied 2-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4. So up now for Chicago, Gage Workman.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in LA called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
Vierling pulls that one down. 1 up, 1 down.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. First time up was a pop out. Pitch is in there. Strike 1.
Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
And that's way high.
2-1. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one fouled off. 2-2. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Full count.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Stepping in, Ian Happ. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. That one's in there, 0-1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And now the 0-1. And that's fouled off. On the outside corner, got him looking.
Away, away, away. And clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play. And that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Just missed.
Ball 2.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And that drops in for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Amaya off of first with 2 away. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And gone into the home run basket. He flexes his power with that swing. Just like that, they move in front. It's 4-2.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
So 2 away with nobody on. And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. First pitch, and he just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
And another ball. Skubal, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Bush in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can...
To first, and he breaks for second. To second, and he's out. Inning over. Cubs add 2 on this homer. It's now 4-2. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the friendly confines. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Trey Sweeney. Shota back to work. Check swing, called strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Outside low, and it's 1-1. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Puts it away for the out. One down.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Meadows, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Just off the outside edge.
2-0 to count.
Next offering upstairs. That's ball 4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find his zone.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
1 down. Now at the plate, Gleyber Torres. 0 for 2 in this one. In there at the knees, strike 1. The Cubs up by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. Step off, throw to first, and he's back safely. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Good take by Torres.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Just missed.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the 1st, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Tigers leave 1. They trail it here, 4-2. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Tommy Kahnle.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Bush
Ball
up
one.
for the third time here. Watches that one miss.
You know, these Cubs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That one well upstairs. And it's 3-0. And there's the automatic. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on the tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Swanson into box again. Takes a strike. Action in the pen down there. Johnny Brebbia getting ready to go. Holton warming up as well. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
0-2.
The shortstop takes the ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And a ball evens the count. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Bush on at first. Nobody out. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 1 gone here.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still laid on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. Grounded to third, could be 2. 1 at second. Over to first, safe. And next for the Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
He's so solid. Calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
There's a swing and a miss.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
The 0-2. Got him swinging. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 5. It's the Cubs 4, Tigers 2. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton, top 6. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. I remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Next pitch downstairs. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Just missed.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Crow Armstrong sizes this one up, and it's caught for the out. And now the right fielder, Matt Vierling. Vierling, 28 years old. Usually in left, but today he's starting in right field. Swing and a ground ball. Corner over to first. Got the out. And now the first baseman, Colt Keith. And that's downstairs and outside.
1 ball, no strikes.
And it's even up. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down that time. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Cubs 4, Tigers 2. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Tyler Holton.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So up now for Chicago, Gage Workman. That clips the corner. Swing and a miss at 1 above the zone.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
And that's a little high. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And now 1 away. Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. First offering, and it just misses. Tigers bullpen with some action. Johnny Brebbia getting loose for A.J. Hinch. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And makes the grab. Out number 2. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Ian Happ. 1 for 3. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1.
1 strike.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Happ lays off. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. Nothing happening there for the Cubs, but they still lead this one 4-2. Top of inning number 7. Now the third baseman, Jace Young.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Next offering popped in the air, right field, and there's one down. Now the catcher up to hit, Jake Rogers. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Tyson Miller up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Hodge also throwing. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. To the right side. Throw to first in time.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Shota Imanaga gives way. He exits with the lead and gave them a really nice performance. New pitcher on the bump when we get back. Tyson Miller into the game.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And next up for the Tigers, Trey Sweeney. He is singled and he is flied to left. The shortstop takes the ball. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1. The Tigers trailing by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And that's downstairs. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a drive. Crow Armstrong raging back towards the wall. And it lands in the basket. A home run. He'll touch them all. It's 4-3.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Parker Meadows. That's too low. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
2-0.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Ball 3.
Gleyber Torres in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. That one's in there. 3-1. And the
a
tying
ball.
run
Take your
is
base.
on base.
Well, that right there could end up being a big walk in this game. He's certainly a threat on the bases, especially with them looking to tie this thing up.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
But with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Meadows off of first with 2 away.
Big situation right here. You got some speed over there at first base. He represents the tying run. Question is, do you send him and get him in the scoring position, or do you let
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. But they draw within 1 thanks to the solo homer. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Cubs 4 and the Tigers 3. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Sean Gunther.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So up now for Chicago, Kyle Tucker. He's already homered here in this one. As the lefty gets to work. In there at the knees.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Next
Ball.
offering is downstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is foul.